Hello, I'm Dr. Ray Timothy, the Superintendent of Park City School District. I've been asked to explain the formula for funding public education in Utah. School funding in Utah is equalized among all the public school districts. That way places like Paiute County, where they can barely read, receive exactly the same funding as Park City, where, as you know, every second grader is recruited by an Ivy League school. All public schools are equal, but some are more equal than others. The funding each school receives is based on the weighted pupil unit. The formula in simplified fashion means that we count the number of students enrolled in our schools, and that's where you get the pupil units, and then we weigh them without their backpacks. The state then compares the total weight of our students with the aggregate weight of all the students in public schools. We get our proportionate share of the state funding based upon the weighted pupil unit. Now, as you can see, the formula favors districts with a lot of fat kids. It's a real problem for us here in Park City, where we have so many lean lacrosse and soccer players. Compared to places like Davis County, where they have a lot of real butterballs, we really get the shaft. Summit County, after all, has the lowest obesity rate in the nation. Now, charter schools are treated just like another school district for purposes of weighted pupil units. So for every student who's enrolled in the Whiny Mom school, we lose the weighted pupil unit funding. That money goes to the charter school and not to us. It's even worse when you look at the individual students who have transferred to the charter school. All the lean athletic kids have stayed in the district schools for our sports programs. The charter school is more focused on arts and science curriculum, so as you can imagine, they have all the nerdy, overweight kids. The school board wants the Park City Schools to be a top 10 school district. But without more fat kids, that just can't happen. We really need to focus on becoming a top 10 school district. NCLB for us stands for No Child's Lean Behind. So our school board has decided to provide each student with a bag of Cheetos and a half dozen donuts first thing in the morning. The water fountains have been plumbed with Coca-Cola. The cafeterias will only serve fried foods. We think that we can stuff an additional 5,000 calories per day into our students. It will take some time, but by this time next year when we weigh our pupil units, we should be as fat as any school district in the state. I'm Ray Timothy. Thank you for your support.